I'll get some assurance that I'm having some live audience. Right? It will be really encouraging for me. And at the same time, I request you all to please join me for the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshupurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatyaneshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. For some of you, wish you all Gaur morning. Yes, we don't say good morning, we say Gaur morning because we want your morning to be filled of the mercy of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, and even say Gaur evening to others. Some of you Gaur afternoon. You all wonderful devotees, beautiful souls are joining from different parts of the world. Welcome to the daily divine discussion. So yesterday we discussed from the first canto Bhagavatam, third chapter, sloka number 9 and 10. And today our objective is to discuss from sloka number 11 and 12. So again, we'll be doing 2 verses because of short purpose, right? And let's relish the wonderful incarnations that mercifully Krishna presents to all of us in order to deliver us. Right? So let us see how many over, how many done till now? Okay, let's find out. 5. So devotees are blessing me. Thank you for the blessing. You're all blessing me like this. Thank you for blessings. So 5 incarnations we have discussed. Now we'll discuss incarnation number 6 and 7. So requesting you all to please join me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. 1, 3, 11. Sashtam atrera patyatvam vrtah prapto nasuyaya anvikshikim alarkaya praladadibhya uchivan. Okay. Sashtam. What is the meaning? 6th incarnation. 5 done. 6th one. Atrer apatyatvam. So here, apatya means son, right? So he came as a son of who? Atri Muni. And this very word Atri is very special. Atri means that personality who has gone beyond the 3 modes of material nature. 3 means what? 3 means 3. It's Sanskrit. Yes, Hindi, Sanskrit, Hindi it's 3, but Sanskrit and English it is 3. So one who has gone beyond these 3 modes, Traya, Atri, such a personality. And he's the person who performed severe penance. He performed severe penance and he wanted the Supreme Personality of Godhead as his son. But he didn't know who is the Supreme Lord. And because he didn't have a proper conception of who is Supreme Lord, the 3 masters of the 3 modes, namely the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, all 3 came in front of him. And he was standing on one leg and doing his sadhana, his penance, tapasya. So he went with one leg only. He wanted to show that, see how much austerity I've done to get your darshan. I wanted Supreme Lord as my son, but I don't have proper conception of Supreme Lord. So all 3 of them came. Okay, they said, the 3 of us will be. Who you want as son? He said, all 3. Fine. So Vishnu expanded as Dattatreya. Dattatreya, very famous form of Krishna who is worshipped in Maharashtra especially. There are a lot of Datta mandirs, Datta temples. They're very famous. So Dattatreya and Brahmaji came as Soma, the moon god. So this happens in the ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, this entire past, right? So there is Soma was appeared, and then in the Shiva comes as Durvasa. Yes. So they are all Durvasa is an expansion of Shiva. Soma, the moon god, is an expansion of Brahma, and Dattatreya is an incarnation of Krishna. So like that, all three of them appear, three murtis. So Sashtam Atrer Apatyatvam Vratah Prapto Anasuyaya. Yes, even mother has a contribution. Father has his contribution, but there's another story associated with mother also. So you would like to hear the story? Then I can tell you the past time. Okay. So once there are three topmost ladies of this universe. Can you all guess? Take a guess. Who are these three topmost ladies in this universe? Any idea? I'm watching your answers in the chat. Who are the top three ladies of this universe? The real Miss Universes. Of course, they are Mrs. Universes, not Miss Universe. Mrs. Universe. Here in this world, people have not even seen the universe till they get title of Miss Universe. Okay, Parvati, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. So all three of them, they are having this particular a talk of who is the most chaste lady. Yes, and everybody believes they are the chaste ladies. I'm chaste. No, I'm chaste. I'm chaste. So even in chastity, there is competition. But then Narad Muni comes, Narayana, Narayana. Now he's going to make things different. So he said the most chaste lady is actually Anasuya, the wife of Atri Muni. And Anasuya means one who is not envious. It's a big thing actually. If, well, not just a woman, but even if a living entity can conquer this anartha of envy, he's practically not in this material world. Because the envy anartha, the anartha of envy is the first to come and the last to go. One may be purified of lust, for that matter, even anger or greed, illusion and pride, but envy is the last anartha to go. Yes, because if you're non-envious, then you're a resident of spiritual world. If you're envious, yes, we have to continue in this material world. So this very word Anasuya means one who is not envious. Such a person is called as Anasuya. Anasuya Devi is a chaste. So all three wives went back home and they all pleaded with their husbands that we want Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, our husbands, to please go and test this lady in her chastity. And these husbands were happy with their life. They were questioning. But anyways, even the great demigods and the Supreme Lord himself, they have to follow the orders of their wife. That's how it is. So they also have to follow it. You're all able to listen, I'm seeing all of you. There is no expression on your faces. You're all able to participate with Bhagavad. Okay, fine. There are expressions. You're all alive. Thank you. I thought that's all photographs there. So wonderful pastime going on. Please connect and take part. So Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, all three of them took the forms of a Brahmana. And they went to beg for alms. That's what Brahmanas live by begging. They don't earn, they don't get salary. Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. Like 3 times they beg. And whoever opens their door and gives them whatever, they're satisfied. They try only in 3 homes. 3 times in 3 homes. Doesn't work, they accept this is the will of Lord for us to fast today. So today fasting. Like that, they eat 1 time and finish off their business, and then they are with the Lord in the bhajan. Yes, in their worship, in their teaching, they're focused on that. That is the life of a Brahmana. So these Brahmanas, they go there. Anasuya Devi opens the door. She's very happy. There are Brahmanas come, guests come. Atiti Devo Bhava. They say Atiti Devo Bhava, which means guest is as good as God. But here in this case, Devo Bhava Atiti. The gods have come as the guests. It's the opposite. So they came and they sat, three of, and she served them prasad. So before she was serving them prasad, they put forward a condition. You can serve us prasad, but we will only eat if you serve us naked. The gods demanding such kind of desire. But this was a test of chastity. If you don't serve, then we will leave. And she didn't want to offend the Brahmanas. At the same time, she wanted to keep up her chastity. She was such a powerful lady. When ladies are chaste, they become really powerful. Such a powerful lady that with her tapobal, with her power of her chastity, she turned Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, who had come as Brahmana men, into small babies. So they became small babies. And then, after they became small babies, now there is no problem. So she uh, undressed herself, served the babies, and then after that she dressed and she kind of liked the babies. She said, "Nice babies. I would like to keep them for myself." Finished. So- And now over there in the heavenly and spiritual realm, there are three ladies who are worried. The three Mrs. Universes, they are very much worried. Why? Because their husbands have not come home. They have a WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, they're putting message and checking. Has your husband come back? He said, no, my husband does not come back. Even my husband does not come. So they are all discussing where are our husbands? Where have they gone? Yes. And then they go. They go to Mother Anasuya and they beg for their husbands. And she said, no, I'm not returning back your husbands. Now they become my children. So this is another pastime that. So they have, there's a role of even Anasuya Devi in the appearance of Dattatreya. And what did he do? Anvikshiki Jnanam. Anvikshiki Jnanam is the spiritual knowledge, especially the transcendental subject matter of soul. Yes, Jnana. Yes. So he preaches this Jnana to Alarkaya, Prahlada, even unto Yadu, correct, Uchivan. So he has given a lot of lectures. Of course, this is the transcendental knowledge which leads to Krishna Bhakti. Otherwise, Prahlad will not be interested, right? So this comes in the seventh canto, 13th chapter, the behavior of a perfect person. So Prahlad Maharaj, as soon as he becomes a king, the first thing he understands, of course, the Supreme Lord has made me the king. Hiranyakashipu is dead now. Now I am supposed to rule the world with the principles of Dharma. So Prahlad Maharaj immediately says, no, I need guidance. I need good counseling. I want proper guidance in order to be a good leader. So he goes out looking for a perfect person to get an instruction. And that's when he meets a very fat personality. He's lying down in one place, but he's fat. What does it mean? He's following Ajagara Vritti. Just like a python doesn't go for hunting. The food comes to the python, yes. It lies down in one place. And the food comes automatically to the python. So similarly, our Avadut Brahman, this Dattatreya, he was performing this Ajagara Vritti and he was very realized. So Prahlad Maharaj learned a lot of their conversation is there in the Bhagavatam, 7th canto, the teacher. But this is the knowledge that is there. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Somebody would like to read? Anyone would like to read the translation? Okay, I am very happy.
Krishna Prabhuji translation. The sixth incarnation of the Purusha was the son of the sage Atri. He was born from the womb of Anushiya, who prayed for an incarnation. He spoke on the subject of transcendence to Alarka, Prahlad, and others, Yadu, Haya, etc.
Haya, etc. Thank you. Anybody else would like to read the purport? Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji. You can read. Nisha Mataji can read the next one.
The Lord incarnated himself as Dattatreya, the son of Rishi Atri and Anasuya. The history of the birth of Dattatreya as an incarnation of the Lord is mentioned in the Brahmanda Purana. in connection with the story of the devoted wife. It is said there that Anusuya, the wife of Rishi Atri, prayed before the Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva as follows: My lords, if you are pleased with me, and if you desire me to ask from you some sort of blessings, then I pray that you combine together to become my son. This was accepted by the lords, and as Dattatreya, the Lord expounded the philosophy of the spirit soul and especially instructed Alarka, Prahlada, Yadu, Hayaya, etc. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Actually, if you see, there are two types of Dattatreya. One Dattatreya is the Lord Himself, and the Soma and Durvasa, they separate. But in the Skanda Puran, Brahmanda Puran, there is a mention of another Dattatreya who comes to, they say they combine, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh combine, they're combined as one form. And that's the form which is worshipped in many of the Datta Mandirs. Yes, we have Datta Mandirs here. How many of you been to a Datta Mandir? Many of you been to Datta Mandir. Correct. So there, Maharashtra is very famous, the place where I am present. Right. So he has Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all three of them together. They come. So he has three heads. Right, three heads. That's how he comes, Dattatreya. And Dattatreya has four dogs who are there, four Purusharthas: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is all there in the scriptures. Okay. So Dattatreya ki jai. Now we go to the next one. So this is first canto, third chapter, 12th verse. Tatah saptama akutyam rucher yajnobhajayata sa yamadaya suraganeir apat swayam bhuvantaram. Hare Krishna. Tata, thereafter, the next Saptama is 7. Akutyam rucher. So who is Akutya? If you see Swayambhu Manu, Swayambhu is who? Swayambhu is Brahma. So the son of Brahma is called Swayambhuva. Swayambhuva Manu, the first leader of mankind, who's called as Manu. So this Swayambhuva Manu, he had 5 children. Yes, 2 sons and 3 daughters. The eldest son was Priyavrat Maharaj, who, as soon as he was born, he was inclined towards taking brahmacharya, and he wanted to be a Chirukumar, just like Narada. So he went to do his sadhana. He left. As a result of which, his younger son, Uttanapada, became the king, who is the very famous father of Dhruv Maharaj. Right? And then he had 3 daughters. Devahuti, the mother of Kapila, who we discussed about yesterday. Then there is Prasuti, who became the wife of Daksha, and she's the one who gives birth to Sati, right? Sati, she was wife. And then there is Akuti. So Akuti is the daughter here, who's mentioned, and she was married to Ruchi Muni. So Akuti is daughter of Swayambhuva Manu. And Ruchi is Muni, Ruchi Muni. Yajna Abhajayata. And the Lord's name here was Yajna. And what did this Yajna do? Yes. Yajna sa Yamadaya Suraganair. So he ruled, he became Indra. He became the leader of all the demigods. Sa Yamadaya Suraganair. Suraganair are demigods. Yamadaya means Yamadev and others. So he became Indra, like Abba. He ruled heavenly. So Indra is in charge of the protection of this universe. If you see, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are like the vertical heads. Yes, the leaders. But below them, there are head of departments also. So the assistant to Shiva is Yamaraj. It's a very important post for destruction, right? Without Yamaraj's destruction, death cannot happen. And Brahmaji is into creation. So he is assisted by Prajapatis. The Prajapatis are different progenitors who help Brahma to increase the population of the universe. And assistant to Vishnu is Indra. So Indra is performing the service of maintenance in this universe. He does that. Swayambhuvantaram, which means he ruled in the reign of Swayambhu Manu, the first Manu. So he was the Indra in that Manu. Every Manvantara, the demigods change. Yeah. The demigods keep changing. They have a period of 71 Chaturyugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. Like this 71 to 72 cycles, the demigods have their post. After that, even their post is finished. Their rule is finished. Now next, you retire and you do your sadhana. Enough of service. So he was the Indra in the first Manvantara. Okay. Isha Mataji wanted to read? You can read the translation. Riya Mataji can read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Translation. The seventh incarnation was Yajna, the son of Prajapati, Ruchi, and his wife Akuti. He controlled the period during the reign of Swayambhuva Manu and was assisted by demigods such as his son Yama.
Yama. Yama is the son of Yajna. Thank you, Priya Mataji. Isha Mataji, would like to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I can read. The administrative posts occupied by the demigods for maintaining the regulation of the material world are offered to the highly elevated pious living beings. When there is a scarcity of such beings, the Lord incarnates himself as Brahma, Prajapati, Indra, etc., and takes up the charge. During the period of Swayambhuva Manu, period of Vaivasvata Manu, there was no suitable living being who could occupy the post of Indra, the king of the Indraloka, heaven planet. The Lord himself at that time became Indra, assisted by his own sons, Yama and other demigods. Lord Yajna ruled the administration of the universal affairs.
Thank you, Isha Mataji. Thank you so much for reading. I just wanted to let all of you know this is not Yamraj, this is Yam. So when there is a dash above A, the pronunciation, this becomes A. This is Yama. This is Yamdev. Okay, he's different. He's assisted by, he's the Indraputra. So what is spoken here is very amazing. Many times in the universal management, there are no qualified leaders. Sometimes Brahma is not very good. You don't have a qualified Brahma. What to do? Krishna expands as Brahma. There is no qualified Indra at this point of time. What to do? Okay, I will become Indra. So wherever there is any lack of qualification, Krishna fills up the gap. See, he actually is supposed to just Golok Eva Nivasati Atlatma Bhuto, be in the Golok Vrindavan, which is above all the abodes. Golok Dhamni Nija Dhamni Talechu Tasya Devi Mahesh Haridhama Suteshu Teshu. This is Devi Dham. Above this is Mahesh Dham. Above that is Haridham, that is Vaikuntha. Above that is Golok Dham. So he's at such a topmost place. He's from such a topmost place, but yet, for the purpose of managing administration of a small universe, He doesn't mind becoming Indra and serving under Brahma. Can you imagine? So Lord doesn't mind that. He comes, okay, I will do the management. I will serve because there is nobody there. So this is a very high class quality of Krishna, that he is willing to assist and serve wherever there are deficiencies. The highest quality of this service attitude of Lord is observed in the Samudra Manthan Leela, the churning of milk ocean. And many of the incarnations of the churning of milk ocean we are going to see, they are going to come. So wherever there is help required, he is there to assist as a servant. And he is totally detached from credit. Is he going to get Amrit? I am not going to get. These demigods are going to get, but I will assist them. So he has this very wonderful selfless nature, which we all have to learn. In fact, whatever qualities Krishna has, they are there in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, right? In the Nectar of Devotion. And these are the qualities that we are supposed to practice if we want to be with Krishna. Right? It's a long way to go, but yes, Krishna is selfless. Even we are supposed to be like Krishna. Only then we can attain Krishna's love. Right? At this point of time, we can do two things. We can go for one more shloka, or we can have some nice question answers. What do you all suggest? We can have a good round of question answer discussion, or we go for one more shloka. But the next shloka's purport is big. I don't think we'll be able to complete it. Okay, but you all vote. I'm here to be your servant. You can all vote. Whether you want one more shloka or we go ahead. Please put your preferences in the chat. One more shloka or we have question answers. Shloka, shloka, shloka. 3 shlokas. One more shloka, then we go to shloka. I'll get the shloka ready also. I think mostly shloka is going to win. There are not many questions. Okay, everybody wants shloka. So yes, today is super duper Mahadamaka. What all shloka, some of the verses I have been like taking those verses for like 3-4 classes. This is compensation for that. Prabhu, many verses you have dragged. You have dragged and kind of but the big one. We may have to continue tomorrow. But no worries. We will go. Okay. So as devotees have instructed me, this is 1-3-30, the next shloka. Ashtame meru devyam tu nabhirjata urukramah darshayan vartmadhiranam sarvashrama namaskritam. Okay, number 8. Ashtame meru devyam nabhir. So Priyavrat Maharaj's grandson. Priyavrat Maharaj's son was Agnidhar. Agnidhara's son was Nabhi. His wife was Meru Devi. Jata. Jata means who took birth. Urukrama. Oh, the very, very powerful. Urukrama is very powerful. Yes. Rsabhadeva is such a powerful Lord. The very meaning of Rishabha means the best. That's the meaning of Rishabha. And if you see, many times Krishna calls Arjuna as Bharata Rishabha. Have you heard that? Kuru Sreshtaha, Bharata Rishabha, the best among the Bharatas. Bharata Rishabha. Yes. So like that. So Rishabhadev means one who's the best. So when Rishabhadev was born, everybody, they all went to a place called Ajanaba Varsha. That is the place. Of course, Bharat Varsha was called as Ajanaba Varsha before. So that is where he was born. And the whole population went there. And whenever somebody gets some fame or popularity, one person is very insecure. Who is that? Any idea? Who is the person whose insecurity becomes very high when somebody gets that particular kind of fame? Yes, Indradev. That's the person, Indradev. Indradev was very, very insecure. So he said that because everybody is giving so much importance to Rishabh, I will not give reins to Ajanava Varsha. He cannot do that. But he said, I will. And that time, what did Rishabdev do? He just extended his hands, left hand, and he just did like this. What did he do? come. And all the rain clouds came and it poured on Ajanaparsha. And Indra was thoroughly humbled. I'm not the supreme controller. He's the supreme. Yes, happens. Okay. Darshayan Vartma Dhirana. Yes. So he showed Darshayan. He showed Vartma. Vartma means path. Yes, Vartmaka Guru. We say, na? Patha Pradarshaka Guru. Who he shows us the path. So Darshayan Vartma. He showed the path of life, the way of life. To who? Dhirana. My God. Of the life of perfect people. That's why it's called Rishabha means perfect. And Sarvashrama Namaskritam. All Varna and Ashramas. All the Ashramas. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasis. Everybody worships him. He is honored and worshipped by everybody. Yeah. Who would like to read translation? Somebody who's not read would like to read? First option. Who is not read can read. Yes. Sachinandan Prasad. Please go.
The eighth incarnation was King Rishabh, son of King Navi and his wife Meru Devi. In this incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection, which is followed by those who have fully controlled the senses and who are honored by all orders of life.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Who would like to read the purport? Big one. I think we'll pause in between also. Okay. Priya Mataji can read. When I tell you to pause, you can pause. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. The society of human beings is naturally divided into eight by orders and statuses of life, the four divisions of occupation, and four divisions of cultural advancement. The intelligent class, the administrative class, the productive class, and the laborer class are the four divisions of occupation. And the student life, the householder's life, retired life, and renounced life are the four statuses of cultural advancement towards the path of spiritual realization. Out of these, the renounced order of life, or the order of sannyasa, is considered the highest of all. And a sannyasi is constitutionally the spiritual master for all the orders and divisions. In the sannyasa order, also there are four stages of upliftment toward perfection. These stages are called Kuti Chaka, Bahudaka, Paribrajakacharya, and Paramahamsa. The Paramahamsa stage of life is the highest stage of perfection. This order of life is respected by all others.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reading. Hare Krishna. So this is very clear. Prabhupada is so amazing. He gives such wonderful English equivalent to Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, to Brahmachari, student life, Grihastha, household life, retired life is Vanaprastha and renounced life. So we'll just try to understand what is this four. Prabhupada in one lecture beautifully explains who are these four. So first stage is called as Kuti Chaka. Kuti Chaka means that when a person has taken sannyas, that person constructs a hut, a small hut, and stays in the village, but he is not staying with wife. Vanaprastha, he stays with wife in forest. But now the wife goes back home, he's alone. And he's staying in one place and performs his sadhana, Kuti Chaka. And what happens is the wife or his own previous household, they will come and give the prasad. Concern is only prasad. So they will come and give prasad to him. They'll keep the dabba and go away. They will not show their face. And he will take the prasad and do his sadhana. That is Kuti Chaka. He stays in the kutiya or the hut. Then after some more realization he has developed, now Bahudaka, in the same village where he took sannyas, he would go door to door, and he would beg alms. Three times. That is the principle. 3 times he would ask in 3 houses, and whatever he gets, he's happy with it. He will get the grains, he will cook a little bit, offer to Lord, and finished. 8 ounces. That's it. 8 mouthful. 8 mouthful of grains once a day he will eat and he is happy. That is Bahudat. The next stage is now he will leave the village and goes from one village to another village, instructing people in Krishna consciousness. Okay, if you chant the holy name, please hear Bhagavad. So he keeps going and he's because he's spiritual master. So he's giving shiksha from one place to another and he's preaching to everybody. Yes, you do hear Bhagavatam, okay, I'll teach you about Krishna. Because he has a lot of experience, he has a lot of study. And also he inspires people to chant the holy name, gives initiation. And then next village. And wherever he goes, he gets prasadam. There is no problem. And then comes the stage of Paramahamsa. So now this personality is perfected. There is no more traveling required. In fact, people come to meet him. Yes, he's having an ashram. He's a Paramahamsa. He has his own ashram situated wherever the Lord inspired him. And there are people who come and take guidance from him. And he instructs them and guides them. So that is Paramahamsa. He is realized, the topmost Paramahamsa sannyasis. So even Paramahamsa sannyasi is respected. Next, who would like to read? Anyone? Okay, we'll give chance to. Okay, 3 hands. All 3, 4 are blessing. Such eagerness. Wow. Okay, because we'll give it first come first, sir. Her Grace Dayamira.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Maharaja Rishiba, the son of King Nabi and Murudevi, was an incarnation of the Lord, and he instructed his sons to follow the path of perfection by tapasya, which sanctifies one's existence and enables one to attain the stage of spiritual happiness, which is eternal and ever increasing. Every living being is searching after happiness, but no one knows where eternal and unlimited happiness is obtainable. Foolish men seek after material sense pleasure as a substitute for real happiness, but such foolish men forget that temporary so-called happiness derived from sense pleasures is also enjoyed by the dogs and hogs. No animal, bird, or beast is bereft of this sense pleasure. In every species of life, including the human form of life, such happiness is immensely obtainable. The human form of life, however, is not meant for such cheap happiness. The human life is meant for attaining eternal and unlimited happiness by spiritual realization. This spiritual realization is obtained by tapasya, or undergoing voluntarily the path of penance and abstinence from material pleasure. Those who have been trained for abstinence in material pleasures are called dhira, or men undisturbed by the senses. Only these dhiras can accept the orders of sannyas, and they can gradually rise to the status of the Paramhamsa, which is adored by all members of society. King Rishiba propagated this mission, and at this last stage, he became completely aloof from the material bodily needs, which is a rare stage not to be imitated by foolish men, but to be worshipped by all. Hare Krishna.
Okay, I just wanted to comment on 2 things. So Rishabdev's first teaching, that's what we have discussed this before also. Nayam deho deha bhajana loke kashtan kamana harate vidujami tapo divyam putra kaina sattvam shuddhiyate asmat brahma sokyam tamantam. This comes in the 5th canto, 5th chapter, 1st verse. And that is what is elaborated, that human beings should have tapasya. So 2 things are mentioned by Prabhupada. We'll just go through that. The first thing that Prabhupada says, yes, he speaks it here. Yeah. Voluntarily, the path of penance, abstinence from material pleasure. 2 things. And that's why we have 2 vows of initiation that we take. So real penance or the real tapasya is to chant and hear attentively. With heart. I can say with the heart. Yes, with a desire to attain Krishna. This is what. And abstinence from material pleasure is 4 regulative principles. Right? Plus, there are 3 more regulative principles. If we do that, then we'll be strict devotional service. What are they? 3 more regulative principles. Of course, these vows we don't take. You all can understand what I'm writing. I will only write it. I will not say it. You are all able to see? Yes. This, we are qualified to be initiated. We can, if we regulate social media usage, we eat Krishna Prasadam, and we don't criticize others. Don't talk about others. Talk about Krishna. Yes. Then we will become abstinence from material pleasure altogether. Yes, sir. Yes, if we do this, we'll be solid devotees. This is tapasya. Right? This is real tapasya. We have to do this. And then, over and above that, the next concept that is explained is, I wanted to comment on this. Dhira, Sannyasa, Paramahamsa. This will be elaborated in the 13th chapter. Dhritarashtra quits home. There Prabhupada elaborates this. Yasvaka paratova jatu nirveda atmaman jati kritva haringevat prabhujetsa narottama. So how one gradually, grows from one particular. First, one should control. If somebody is doing this, chanting, hearing attentively, following the 4 regs, 3 plus the 3 regs, which are not there, but they are there. We don't take vows for this, but we are supposed to follow. Then one becomes dhira for a long time. Then such a dhira will take sannyas. And the final stage of sannyas is paramahamsa, where one is fully realized. Right? It's the topmost stage of sannyas. Okay. And the last stage of Rishabhdev is very, very important also. One point I just want to mention. There are a lot of things we can. Rishabhdev practically traveled dressed in directions, which means he was not even wearing clothes. He was dressed in directions. What is the meaning of dressed in directions? The meaning of dressed in directions is no. Directions are his dress. So that is where, following Rishabhdev, a sect of religion, it sprung up called the Jain religion. Jains. They came after kind of imitating the behavior of Rishabhdev. That's where they sprung up. And they also kind of follow some of his teachings, inspired by that. So he had a lot of mystic powers, but still, he never used them. That's the lesson that he taught all of us. Because the mystic powers are all nothing but distractions. So even if you have mystic powers, don't use them. Chant your japa nicely, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, go back to God. Then, of course, whatever energy blessings we have, let's preach this message. Okay. All right, we have time for one question officially, and then if you have more questions, you can ask. I'll be there to answer. So, Grace Sanatana Dharma.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, wonderful class. I wanted to ask you a question. When we're reading about the various avatars of the Lord, how do we know which type of category avatar it is? Like Dattatreya is a form of the Lord, but he's not the full plenary portion of the Lord. He's a Leela avatar. So how do we know which one is a Shakti Avesha avatar, which one's a Leela one, which one's a Manvantara? When we read Bhagavatam, how do we differentiate that? Because sometimes it gets overwhelming where I'm not sure, is this Krishna himself or is this an expansion of him?
Okay, that is what Acharyas and Prabhupada has given. Whatever they have taught, you have to accept. So today we discussed 3 incarnations. What are the 3 incarnations we discussed? Let's see who remembers. 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Dattatreya.
Dattatreya is an expansion. He's an avatar. He's not Shakti-Avesh. He's a Leela avatar. Then
we learned about Yajna.
Yes, Yajna is also a Leela avatar. Because otherwise Shakti-Avesh Prabhupada mentions. And Rishabhdev is also a Leela avatar. So Shakti-Avesha is mentioned. It is specifically mentioned in his purport. So Prabhupada tells us, how do we know? Prabhupada will tell. So it's mentioned very clear.
We just have to keep reading the purports and we'll find out. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So thank you all very much. Officially, we would like to close here and conclude here. And I would like to thank all the wonderful devotees, Gita Mataji, Neelap Mataji, Sachidanand Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, Anupam Govind Prabhu, Smita Vale Mataji, Priya Mataji, Preeti Sharma Mataji, Shruti Desale Mataji, Bhakti Sundari Mataji, Krishna Mataji, Her Grace Daya, my brother Mataji. Everybody who have turned on the videos, who are offering their folded hands, and all the wonderful souls who have come. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Deeps Patel ji, thank you. Nang Majri Mataji, thank you. Raksha Mataji, thank you. We close here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. God Premanand. Hari Hari Bol. Daniel Prabhu, nice to see you. I'm seeing